Hi everyone, my name's Peter Jordan. I'm the chair of the YMCA Victoria. Without doubt, COVID-19 is bringing unprecedented challenges for everyone. Unprecedented might be an overused word at the moment, but the pace and the scale of these challenges are truly extraordinary. Things are changing daily, even hourly, and while we don't know how long this was going to last, it will end. First and foremost, the Y has been working hard to look after the health and safety of our staff, volunteers and patrons across all of our facilities and services. As you're aware, decisions are being made by most of our council partners to close centres, and we've seen big drops in numbers as people take their own decisions and precautions around social distancing. These decisions clearly have consequences. I hope that the main consequence is that lives will be saved and we will reduce COVID-19's impact on people's health, particularly the vulnerable members of our communities. I also hope it will give our hospitals and health workers the best chance to do what they need to do in what could well be very tough circumstances for them. However, another unavoidable consequence of these actions is the significant impact that closures and social distancing are having on our organisations like ours, and we're certainly not alone. The reality is these closures and reduced patronage are severely impacting the viability of what we do. Sadly, some really hard decisions are having to be made, and quickly, to keep the Y in the position it needs to be in to get through this and rebound when COVID-19 is more under control. While the rationale for these decisions might be understood, we know that the impacts are still very challenging for everyone. A range of supports are available and more are being explored as we speak to help this. So please talk to your managers or go to YNet and find out more about what's available and take advantage of them. Carolyn and her team will do their best in this environment to keep you updated on developments as they unfold. I know this is hard on everyone. Things are changing so fast. Please be assured that management is working incredibly hard to navigate our way through this and position the Y to be able to rebound once the pandemic lifts. But most importantly, please look after yourself and those you love. Stay healthy, support and be kind to each other, and then we'll get through this.
Thanks, Peter. Hi, I'm Carolyn Morris, CEO for the YMCA Victoria. Firstly, I want to thank you all for your incredible support this week. It's been a really challenging time for all of us, and I want to take this moment to acknowledge the efforts you have all taken to ensure we're doing what is best for our customers and our communities in this difficult period. Many of you have been working around the clock, whether it be ensuring we're taking extra precautions to maintain hygiene at your site, delivering difficult news to our teams, or updating our websites and social media with regular information. It is also appreciated, and your hard work has not gone unnoticed. First and foremost, I want you to know that our number one priority is your health and well-being of all your teams, customers, and the entire community at large. As Peter mentioned, there have been some really difficult decisions and measures we've had to take. This has not been easy, but I need you to understand that everything we are doing is to protect our communities from coronavirus COVID-19. This is a new virus. We don't yet have a vaccine, and it can be fatal for so many people. Across the world, over 250,000 people have been diagnosed and 11,000 deaths. In Italy alone, there have been 4,000 people who have died. In Australia, approximately 1,000 people have been diagnosed, of which one member is a confirmed person in an OSH in Brisbane. What we are doing to take at the moment is the necessary precautions to limit our exposure to this awful virus so that we reduce the spread and protect our most vulnerable in our communities. Elderly, people with chronic illness and lung conditions are particularly at risk. The number of people diagnosed is a bad sign for Australia because since yesterday it increased by 23%. This is almost the same rate as Italy in the early stages. We are desperately trying to not overload our health systems, and so please take social distancing and hygiene practices very seriously. I can't remember a time when our world has collectively worked towards one objective, for good or bad, for humanity. At home, we've made some huge sacrifices, and this is a nationwide response. Everybody is playing their part. I want to ensure you that the decisions we are making at the Y are guided by the Australian Government's current health advice, which is changing daily, as well as directives from our council partners. You've heard last Monday that the City of Melbourne made the difficult decision to close public spaces, including recreation centres. Many of our councils have now followed suit. Currently, all 89 of our YMCA managed centres have either closed or are partially closed. The full closures have affected the following councils, and that includes the City of Melbourne, Boroondara, Maribyrnong, Greater Dandenong, Darebin, Moreland, Bass Coast, South Gippsland, Nillumbik, Bawbor. We've, of course, had our customers in mind during these closures and have made sure they know their centre is closed. Every customer has been emailed, every centre's social media site updated, and we're monitoring all social sites to manage any questions and to provide any updates. We've had to suspend memberships during the closure, which has made this process easier for our customers and obviously reduced complaints. Customers have been resoundingly supportive of the closures, knowing that it's in their best interests of the community, and I've seen many expressions of concern and support for our staff affected. I think this shows the amazing relationship that you and we together have created with the community, and the care that everybody has about you and us, all our staff. I'm pleased to say that Kingswim is currently operating, but with obviously much reduced attendances, and also children's programs are currently operating, but again with reduced attendances. Our camps are experiencing cancellations across the board, and we are supporting them through this process. This is because the Department of Education has provided a directive for all our schools to cease all excursions. Our disability services unfortunately have cancelled all external programming as well. With our events and youth programming, we have had to postpone all of that activity and unfortunately stood down all of those people except for our youth hubs, Bridge and Rebuild. Due to these centres closures, we've unfortunately had no choice but to stand down people who work out of these sites during the closure period and many shared services roles. This has been an incredibly hard and upsetting decision we've had to make, and being a not-for-profit, we simply do not have the financial ability to pay our people during a time when our centres have no revenue. If you're a permanent employee and have been stood down, you have the option to access annual leave, long service leave, and if applicable, leave without pay. If you work casually with us, we know how difficult this is, and we've done all we can to provide alternative options to seek employment during this time. This has included Coles' offer that has been generously provided. We've been able to give a direct link and preferential treatment to you to apply for casual positions, helping to restock shelves. Please act fast on these opportunities. For example, the first day Coles announced the 5,000 jobs they have, 35,000 people applied. Restocking shelves is also an opportunity for us to help the community, which is what we're all about, as we are seeing many areas of our supermarkets completely bare and under huge strain due to COVID-19 situation. So far, Coles have told us 600 people in the YMCA have applied through the link, and that's just absolutely fabulous. Also, if you have been stood down or derostered, you can now apply for New Start under the government stimulus package without waiting period. Again, please get your application in straight away. We are working around the clock looking for further partnerships like Coles for other casual opportunities, and we'll be letting you know about those as it happens. We are very concerned about your loss of income. Please continue to check the staff resource page on YNET for the most up-to-date staff information, which is being updated regularly. Yesterday, I learnt that the inevitable had happened and that one of our staff members in Queensland has tested positive for coronavirus infection, COVID-19. Naturally, we are all concerned for our staff members' health, and I confirm that the staff member did not know they had COVID-19 when they had attended work. Since then, pleasingly, the staff member has experienced only mild symptoms. The staff member is at home, self-isolating, and currently they are feeling well. This is the first confirmed case within the YMCA community. With this unfortunate news, I want to reassure you that my first priority is the health and safety and well-being of all our staff, customers, members, and the wider Y community. Please remember, if you're not feeling well, please don't go to work. For the safety of our people, our customers, and all our community, I want to also remind you and your families you have access to EAP should you need it. This is a really challenging time for everyone, and understandable that you might be feeling anxious and concerned. I encourage you to use this service. I know that I'm planning to in the next week. The well-being of our people, leaders, staff and volunteers is our top priority, and during this time we are looking at ways to stay connected as well. We are progressively announcing activities like online streaming of mindfulness, yoga and other fitness classes that everyone will have access to. I'm pleased to announce that we have partnered with Les Mills to provide all our staff, volunteers and our customers with complimentary unlimited access to your very own on-demand fitness service. This has over 800 online workouts, which does include yoga, mindfulness, strength cardio, high intensity, kids and teens programs that you and your family can do anywhere, anytime, almost any day on any device. LinkedIn Learning has also granted us free access for all YMCA people, so you can stay connected and watch wellness, industry and learning and development content for free. Lastly, I'd like to acknowledge that this has been a time of unprecedented challenge, and I've decided that I will be working without pay from tomorrow to demonstrate my commitment and dedication to you and to this wonderful organisation. In this way, I will walk in your shoes and personally feel your pain in this time too. I won't lie, it's a difficult road ahead, and the actions we are taking as an organisation are both to ensure the safety of our community and the survival of the Y Victoria. We will continue to monitor and align with the Australian relevant state government advice in regards to the overall health and workplace advice. I understand this is a one-way communication to you, and you probably have many questions for me that may not be answered on YNet as yet. Nor on this broadcast. So please feel free to write to me on the below email address, and we will either add the answers to the YNet Q&A or I will answer them in person in the next week's broadcasts. Until we open for business as usual again, I will be doing these webcasts weekly. But for now, thank you for listening, and please take care of yourself, your loved ones and others. Thank you very much.